The circumference of Tyler's bike tire is 72 inches. What is the diameter of the tire? Before I read everything else in the problem, I'm just going to give myself a quick sketch. So a bike tire is circular. The circumference means that we've gone all the way around. So the circumference is 72 inches. And that's right here. And then I'm looking for the diameter. So diameter is from edge to edge through the center. And that's what we're going to be trying to find out. There are two formulas to find the circumference. There's circumference equals 2 pi r and circumference equals pi d. Because we're trying to find the diameter, the one that's more efficient in this case is to use circumference equals pi d, so that when I solve, I'm going to be finding the circumference directly. With the formula now, I can start to fill in the pieces. Instead of c for circumference, I will substitute the 72 that I'm given in the problem. Instead of pi, I'm going to substitute 3.14 for pi. This will give me an approximation. And then I'm asked to find diameter. To solve this problem, I will divide on both sides by 3.14 because that's the coefficient of d. Dividing 3.14 on both sides means that this whole equation remains in balance. And when I divide 3.14 by 3.14, I have a coefficient of 1 for the diameter. That's what I'm hoping for. On the left-hand side, I'm going to divide from top to bottom, just like when I read, and 72 divided by 3.14 gives me 22.929, and it just keeps going from there. So we were, according to the instructions we were given, we were supposed to round. It said that we should round to the nearest whole number. So we should have looked at the 22 and then looked at the value after, which is 9. 9 is a value that makes us round up to the nearest whole number. So that gives us 23 will be our approximation for the diameter. If you chose the wrong answer of the diameter is 22.92, then quite simply, you didn't follow the instructions about rounding. Maybe you missed it. Maybe you got to the end of the problem and you forgot to round. That was one of the instructions. Maybe you forgot to go back and read the question one more time to make sure that you had done everything. Maybe you weren't sure how to round. Maybe you thought this was the rounded answer because you took off that 9 at the end and a couple of numbers afterwards. However, we were told specifically to round to the nearest whole number. So to do that, we had to look at the whole numbers and then look at the value after and use that 9 to help us decide whether we rounded up, which is true in this case, or rounded to the value itself when we round down.